Good morning. Today is Alma Chapter 20. Sorry. And in this, Ammon receives a message from the Lord saying, you need to go to Madonna. Your brothers are in prison and they need your help. And previous to this message, Lamoni was going to take him to his father's kingdom and show Ammon to his father, but the Lord says, nope. Go get your brothers out of jail. So he tells Lamoni this, and Lamoni says, I realize that you can do this all by yourself, but why don't I help a little bit? I can be friends with, I'm acquainted with the king of that land. I can flatter him, and I can help you get your brothers out of prison. And so they decide to go, and en route they meet King Lamoni's father. And his dad was like, why didn't you come to my party? And Lamoni was like, listen, Dad, I've got other things to do. I've got more important things to do. And he's angry, and he tries to kill Lamoni, or at least smite him. And Ammon stops him, and so he's like, you know what? You're the cause of this. I'm going to try to kill you. Of course, Ammon stops him as well, and the king sees that Ammon can kill him, defeat him, and he says, listen, I'll give you anything. Just spare my life. I'll give you half of my kingdom. Just spare my life. And Ammon's like, I don't need half your kingdom. Just let my brothers out of jail and leave Lamoni alone. That's all I want. And when the king sees that Ammon legitimately loves his son, he's like, you know what? You're not a bad guy. Go get your brothers out of jail. That's perfectly fine. And then I want you to come see me. I want to talk to you about these things we've just talked about, because they said other things. And then they go, and they get their brothers out of jail. So that's chapter 20. And there's not a whole lot in the supplemental, but there is something that is expressed in here, which stuck out to me, felt important to share. When Ammon is going to go, he's talking to Lamoni, he says, I gotta go. And Lamoni says, I know you can do anything. I know in the strength of the Lord you can do anything, but let me help. It talks about how we can do anything in the strength of the Lord, but that's after doing everything that we can do, that's within our power to do. It's like we are saved by His grace after all we can do. And so it's not like, okay, my brothers are in jail, please set them free. I'm going to sit here and wait for you to do it. No, you got to go. You got to use every tool in your arsenal. You got to work at it. You got to believe. You got to be the tools in His hands to set him free. It's that story of the people in the flood, and they're sitting on their roof, and they're like, the Lord will save me. And this boat comes by, and they're like, hey, you need a ride? No, the Lord is going to save me. And then a couple minutes later, another boat goes by. Hey, you need help? I got a boat here. I got room. No, the Lord is going to save me. And then another boat comes by. I got room. The water's getting high. You want to jump in? I can take you to safety. No, the Lord is going to save me. And then they die, and he gets up to heaven. He's like, Lord, why didn't you save me? And he's like, I sent you 3 boats. It's kind of like that story. So, after all that we can do. Anyways, just something that stuck out to me. And then, the love of Ammon. It says, when our love is expressed and felt, it becomes the true motivator for righteousness. This is especially true of the pure love of Christ. It has power. It is the motivating energy within every righteous act. When love is felt, lives are changed. Gratitude is realized, leading to action, and as was in the case of Lamoni's father. And this one stuck out to me because it's like, is my motivating factor love? Do I have love for my fellow men? Not really. Not really. It's really hard to feel love in those moments when somebody is not kind, or somebody is making you feel uncomfortable, or, they disagree with you on certain things, or, you see them not living up to the standards they have. It's really hard not to judge. It's really hard to love people. For instance, yesterday this girl came into the UPS store and she was wearing such tight pants that I had to look twice. They were skin colored. I had to look twice to make sure she was wearing pants, but they were so tight that I could see the band of her garments around her leg. And I'm like, if you're wearing garments, shouldn't your pants not be that tight? How can, when they're so tight that it rolls the garment leg up, and so there's that roll, and I could see it very distinctly. And I was like, it kind of defeats the purpose a little bit, doesn't it? But that was me judging, and it's like, maybe they're her only clean pants, and maybe she didn't want to wear them. I don't know, And it's her life to wear whatever pants she wants, and to honor her temple covenants the way she wants to honor them. That's none of my business. How I honor my temple covenants is my business. I just need to have love for her. Anyways, just something that came to mind. And that's all of chapter 20. That's all I got. All right. I love you all. Talk to you later.